Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind-hearted farmer named Rohan. He worked hard on his land, growing the most vibrant and lush crops anyone had ever seen. His farm was a marvel, and people from neighboring villages would often visit to admire his work. However, not everyone was happy about Rohan's success. His neighbor, a grumpy old man named Mr. Gupta, grew increasingly envious. He would often complain to anyone who would listen, "Why does Rohan get all the good fortune? His crops are always better than mine." One day, Mr. Gupta decided to take matters into his own hands. Under the cover of night, he snuck into Rohan's farm and sabotaged his irrigation system. The next day, Rohan woke up to find his crops wilting. He was devastated. But Rohan didn't give up. Instead, he rallied his community, and together, they worked tirelessly to fix the damage. As they worked, Rohan shared his knowledge and expertise with everyone, including Mr. Gupta. As the days passed, Mr. Gupta realized the error of his ways. He apologized to Rohan and asked for forgiveness. Rohan, being the kind soul he was, forgave Mr. Gupta and even offered to help him improve his own farm. As Rohan and the community worked together to fix the damage, Mr. Gupta couldn't shake off the feeling of guilt. He would often sneak peeks at Rohan's farm, watching as the crops began to flourish once again. The sight of Rohan's kindness and generosity towards the community, including himself, made Mr. Gupta's heart heavy with regret. One day, as Mr. Gupta was walking through his own farm, he noticed the stark contrast between his land and Rohan's. His crops were lackluster, and the soil seemed barren. He realized that his envy had blinded him to his own potential. He had been so focused on sabotaging Rohan that he hadn't taken care of his own farm. Determined to turn things around, Mr. Gupta approached Rohan and asked for his expertise. Rohan, seeing the genuine remorse in Mr. Gupta's eyes, agreed to help. Together they worked on improving Mr. Gupta's farm, implementing new irrigation systems and crop rotation techniques. As the days turned into weeks, Mr. Gupta's farm began to transform. The crops started to grow, and the soil regained its fertility. Mr. Gupta was amazed at the difference, and his gratitude towards Rohan grew. "Rohan, I don't know how to thank you," Mr. Gupta said one day as they worked side by side. "You've not only forgiven me but also helped me improve my farm. You're a true friend." Rohan smiled and put a hand on Mr. Gupta's shoulder. "We're not just neighbors, Mr. Gupta. We're part of the same community. We help each other out. And please call me Rohan. We're beyond formalities now." As the harvest season approached, Rohan and Mr. Gupta decided to host a joint harvest festival. They invited the entire community, and the event was a huge success. The villagers marveled at the bounty of both farms, and the atmosphere was filled with laughter and music. The festival marked a new beginning for Mr. Gupta. He had shed his envious nature and had become a valued member of the community. Rohan and Mr. Gupta's friendship became a beacon of hope for the villagers, showing them that even the most unlikely of people could change and become better versions of themselves. Years passed, and Rohan's farm continued to thrive. Mr. Gupta's farm also flourished, and he became known for his innovative farming techniques. The two men worked together on various projects, sharing their knowledge with the community. The villagers began to adopt the practices they learned from Rohan and Mr. Gupta, and soon the entire region saw a significant improvement in agricultural productivity. The duo's collaboration had a ripple effect, inspiring others to work together and share their expertise. As the community prospered, Rohan and Mr. Gupta's friendship deepened. They would often sit under the shade of a tree, watching the sunset, and discussing their plans for the future. Mr. Gupta would often joke that he owed his success to Rohan, and Rohan would laugh and say that Mr. Gupta's hard work was the real reason. As Rohan and Mr. Gupta grew older, they began to think about their legacy. They wanted to ensure that their knowledge and experience would benefit future generations. They decided to establish a farming school, where they could teach young people the techniques they had developed. The school became a reality, And soon, young farmers from all over the region were coming to learn from Rohan and Mr. Gupta. The two men would share their stories, teaching the importance of hard work, kindness, and community. One of their students, a young girl named Sophia, would often ask Rohan and Mr. Gupta about their journey. She was fascinated by their story and would listen with wide eyes as they recounted their experiences. "Sophia, remember," Rohan would say, "envy and bitterness can consume us, but kindness and forgiveness can set us free. Always strive to be a positive force in your community." Mr. Gupta would nod in agreement, adding, "And never be afraid to ask for help or share your knowledge with others. That's the key to true success." Years went by, and Sophia grew up to become a skilled farmer. She took over Rohan's farm after he retired, and she continued his legacy. Mr. Gupta's farm was passed on to his son, who expanded on his father's innovations. The story of Rohan and Mr. Gupta's unlikely friendship became a legend in the village. It inspired generations of farmers to work together, share their knowledge, and build a stronger community. And so, the tale of the envious neighbor turned friend continued to spread, a reminder of the transformative power of kindness, forgiveness, and community. The story of Rohan and Mr. Gupta serves as a reminder that it's never too late to change. No matter how deep-seated our flaws may be, we can always work towards becoming better versions of ourselves. Their tale teaches us the importance of kindness, forgiveness, and the value of community. As we reflect on their journey, we're reminded that success is not a solo endeavor but a collective effort. By working together, sharing our knowledge, and supporting one another, we can achieve greatness. The legacy of Rohan and Mr. Gupta lives on, inspiring future generations to cultivate kindness, empathy, and a sense of community. Their story will continue to be told and retold, a testament to the power of human connection and the potential for growth and redemption that lies within us all.